Nintendo Directs might be changing forever. And it's all because of the Nintendo Today app. In this video, I'll be going over everything that has been announced on the Nintendo Today app and what this means for Nintendo Directs moving forward. Let's get into it. So if you guys don't know what Nintendo Today is, it's basically Nintendo's news app. You could set your own theme and you get daily news regarding Nintendo Today. Half of it isn't news. It's more of just kind of showing you what's going on inside Nintendo games. In the lead up to Mario Kart World, they did a bunch of basically just character photos showing off, what characters are going to be in Mario Kart World. Currently, they're doing a bunch of Donkey Kong Bonanza moveset show off. So they're showing off all the Donkey Kong. It's just very little things like that. There's about 5 posts a day. There also is a calendar on the app, as you can see on screen, that shows off events, basically Splatfest, fishing tourneys for Animal Crossing, and Nintendo Directs. It's interesting though, because they are going full send into this. They want people to be using this. So much so, they're giving early access to people who are actively looking into it, into their news. If you guys don't know, Dragon X Drive, Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct, Splatoon Raiders were all announced an hour before on the Nintendo Today app, before they were posted all onto the internet. And it's honestly crazy. I followed this X/Twitter account called Today News, which is basically a bot that posts Nintendo Today news on Twitter. Because there's no website. You cannot download videos on it. And this Twitter account would repost any of the news. But Nintendo took it down because they're being very stingy like that. And I find it crazy because in the app, you can't even screenshot, you can't even download, you can't even share. But this all kind of started with the announcement of Splatoon Raiders. This got announced an hour before posted to any other social media site on the Nintendo Today app. That's where they showed the trailer and, kind of basically everything that you really needed to know about it. Then after that, the announcement for the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct was also an hour before everything else. And same thing with Drag X Drive. The most recent announcement of the release date being on August 14th was an hour before everything else. This honestly might be the death of General Directs. It seems what they are doing is having one major announcement a week. Looking at a calendar, they had the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct announcement and release last week. And the week prior to that, we had the Splatoon Raiders. And then this week, we had Drag X Drive. So it's interesting to see that there's been basically one major announcement a week. And of course there is, because they want people to use the app. But with a major announcement coming out each week, it kind of leaves not that much for General Directs, besides just kind of general gameplay and everything like that. And then when it comes to general gameplay, you're fighting amongst every other announcement as well. Of course, we have gotten a leak from Beat 'em Ups saying that we might get a General Direct in July, but again, I find that hard to believe because of the amount of information that was revealed. It is just very hard to believe that multiple companies got multiple things leaked at once. But then again, it's a possibility because they could still show off gameplay and tease other projects that then they could then announce later on Nintendo Today. But with the Mario Kart World Direct and then the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct, it seems like they're shifting their perspective over to game-oriented Direct. So basically, it's just a blowout of all news when it comes to game-oriented Directs. And I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie. As much as I love general Directs, I think a more focused Direct on one game to tell us everything that we want to know about this game is kind of cool. Especially if we get one once a month, it definitely seems like that's doable. And it is quite interesting because one, they get to utilize Nintendo Today, and two, whatever news that they do have for that week gets the spotlight for that week. I think the one problem when it comes to Nintendo Directs is that all these announcements are sharing one day almost. And then we still have to slowly chug our way through all the news. And if you're not a Nintendo fanatic like us watching the video about this, it's for the average viewer, they're not gonna stick around and sift through all the news and go deeper into it. They're just gonna be like, oh, cool, and that's it. when it comes to a direct, you get the undivided attention to all the average viewers about the game and give them a lot more reasons to get hooked into it and a reason to buy it. So it makes sense in terms of marketing. Sorry, I ranted a little. That's my marketing side of my marketing major side of me coming out. Right now, it does seem like there's going to be about one major announcement a week. So I'm honestly expecting the release date for Metroid Prime Beyond next week. That or an announcement for a Nintendo Direct that beat 'em up supposedly leaked. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you even use the Nintendo Today app? Do you like where they're going with Nintendo Direct? Let me know. And also subscribe if you haven't already. My goal is to reach 20,000 subscribers by the end of next month. Anyways, I'm Crafty, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.